Namaste, everyone.
Welcome, Divine Family.
Welcome, welcome. So today's,
So,
go ahead.
so we asked for some questions last night regarding what should we be talking about today, and one of the questions were, how do you remain positive during challenging times?
Yes, and when that subject was brought up, I instantly went to if those who have rapid thoughts, or are always constantly have their mind on what's going on in the world. I say it's time to shift that towards like meditation, shift it towards yoga. You have to shift your attention. Be aware of what's going on, of course, because the things that are going on in the world are not good. But if we can shift our attention to something positive, you know, I love to listen to mantras. I don't necessarily chant, but I love to listen to mantras. I love to listen to soft music to keep my mind focused off certain things, just to stay where I'm supposed to be, aligned with the universe itself. So it's just one should meditate, do yoga, and just shift your attention, and just stay aware of what's going on and not be attached. But yeah, what do you think, honey? No, I'd like to hear
I
from
think
you.
that there's always stuff happening in the world. There's always going to be challenging. There's always going to be challenges that arise daily. Not just outside of yourself, but also within yourself.
Right.
So I feel like if you can learn to identify those challenges, you can, like he said, you can shift your mindset into something positive. You
Yes,
can
you got.
shift your mindset out of a negative mind frame, like, oh my gosh, why is this happening to me, or why am I facing all these challenges? To thank you in a stage of gratitude, because I feel like the more grateful that you are, even for these challenges, it brings you grace.
Yes, yes, yes.
So even like in the physical body or outside the body, there's always going to be challenges, and that tells you that you are alive, baby. You
Yes,
are
indeed.
alive. You are
Yeah.
here witnessing through the eyes of God. You are living.
Yes.
So I say you should have grace for those moments, because those moments are the teachable moments. Those moments are the moments where we can um, dive deep within ourselves um, and really do the work.
Yes, indeed.
So I feel like if you are having a challenging time right now, like he said, you can the rapid mind thoughts, the stinking thinking, the stinking thinking, you can shift that by, like he said, by playing mantras or even lighting an incense, or um, you know, just being in tune with yourself and saying, thank you. I am grateful for
Yes,
this challenging time,
yes,
because
indeed.
we're always going to have challenging times. It's been like that since the beginning of the universe. It's been, you
Yes,
know, and, and, and I would invite you in to those challenging times, because they say that pressure makes diamonds,
yes,
and sometimes we have to go through those difficult times to get to where we need to go. It's going to be like a bridge for us, uh, from those challenging times to walk in from darkness to light. But we need those.
yes,
We
yes,
need
indeed.
those. We need those challenging times, whether it's health, whether it's finances, because uh, during those challenging times, we're invited to grow.
Yes, indeed. We sure are. We sure are. Because nature itself is our teacher, and it is only the mind itself that causes all this chaos. And that's what's wrong with most of the world. But it's okay. It's okay. Everything is happening divinely on its own. Everybody's where they're supposed to be, you know. But to stay on the positive side, like my beloved said, it's just simply be yourself, really. Just to simply be yourself and be aware of what's going on and don't be attached. Empty yourself.
Yes, that is the most important part is being attached because we like to hold on to everything, right? Even the trauma and the negativity. We like to hold on to that. A lot of people do. They do.
Yeah.
They're just like, it's comfortable. I'm already used to it. Um, but why do you keep suffering? Why
Yes.
do you keep suffering? Why do you allow yourself to keep suffering? That's what my beloved says. Are you
Yes.
suffering? Are you allowing yourself to suffer? You can always let that go. You don't have to stay in that moment. Yes, let the moment arise. Let the chaos happen. Do you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? But you can be the observer of that chaos and still be in gratitude.
Yeah.
Um,
And that is
I,
being the Buddha. All the chaos that's going on around you and just simply just not attached. Just not attached. And
right.
you're witnessing everything.
It's not
And
to say you have to, you have to participate in all of it. You can also be just the observer of it
just
and
the
say,
observer.
okay, yeah, that's happening, witnessing it and saying, okay, what can I do to challenge myself to do better or to be better or
Yeah.
to go within? Uh, I think during challenging times, like I said, it allows us room for growth,
Yes, room for
because a
growth.
flower doesn't just grow in light, it grows in darkness as well.
Oh yeah, most definitely. That was very powerful. That was very powerful. Yes, it does.
Yeah.
So as you know, the universe itself is it represented as Shiva. Shiva is both destruction and, all the goodness that
Life.
goes on and life itself. So it's best to accept life the way it is because you are life, and it's a choice to be in the negative and it's a choice to be in the positive. And it's best to be in the positive because your being itself is always balanced, it is always present. So stay in the splendor of your own being. And that
And
is
I
your
also
intention.
I also invite you to step away from those that are not
Yeah.
positive. If you're hanging around a whole bunch of people that are just negative all the time, that's going to be your frequency. If you're
Right.
hanging around to somebody that's just always complaining, always sick, always nagging, always, in that frequency, step away from them because I really believe that energy transfers.
Right.
So if somebody's having a really bad day and they're going through all this stuff in the world and you're sitting there and they're just dumping everything onto you, I advise you to observe that as well and to be mindful of the people that you have around you because they can also help you to suffer. They can also help you to hold on to things.
Yes, yes, yes. And it can be talking about too much politics, that's the root of suffering too. It's too much politic talking and stuff like that. You just want to stay balanced within yourself. And like I say, just be aware of what's going on. That way you know. But then you just stay within the splendor of your being. Stay present, you know. And that's how you basically overcome all of those thoughts that are coming in your mind or all those people just talking all different types of stuff. You just stay in your own splendor. Stay in your own splendor and be positive. That's how you be positive. It's just by resting within your own self. Yes.
Yeah, I agree with that. Does anybody have any questions as far as what to do when chaos arises? Like any other uh, questions you guys might have about that? I mean, my whole thing was it's always happening. It's always happening. There's always both. There's always duality happening. There's always the light and there's always the dark, and not necessarily is the dark bad. That's how we perceive it.
Yeah.
That's how we were taught. Like,
Yeah.
okay, the darkness is bad and the light is good. Like, no, it could be total opposite. It's just a perception of it. Like a lot of people I know love going through dark times or challenging times
Yes. Yes.
because it, like I said, it's a stepping stone to growth and
Yes.
change and
Yes.
challenging yourself. Uh,
And that's how we learn. It's how we learn it because nature is the teacher. And I don't think a lot of beings know that. They're too focused on religion or other beliefs. But nature is in your face and it's right there teaching us. And I focus on nature and I watch nature and I see both sides. I see the good and I see the bad of what we call bad. But to me, now, it's just balance. It's balance. You have to have both. And what we see in nature is it's survival. It's not hard times. You see what I'm saying? It's all about survival And in that survival, we must learn how to be balanced, you know. And once we learn how to be balanced, then it's liberation, you know. And
But
we're
total
just, man,
liberation.
total liberation.
I see Felita says, "How do I say no or that I need space from somebody or the environment that I've been caught up in without offending them? I'm not in alignment with this anymore." And if
Yes.
they're offended, then you know for sure that you're not supposed to be around them. You know, anybody that's in your space that's an energy vampire, or I just need to take time for myself right now, you know, without you can say that. I just need to take some time for myself. I'm not in alignment with this. I don't feel good about this. You have to start working with your throat chakra a little bit more to express yourself. You
Yeah.
know, that's one of my clients I'm working with right now. She is has a hard time expressing herself, very hard time expressing herself. And I said, well, what's the worst that could happen? Like, what is the worst that could happen? That person's not going to be in your life anymore, or maybe they're not supposed to be there. You know, if they can't respect the boundaries that you're placing, maybe they're not supposed to be there. You know,
Right. And that was very good. That was very good, beloved, because it's just the best to be honest. And that was the most honest way to say that. You know, I am not no longer in alignment with this. That is spiritual. That is awesome right there. That is the best way to get
yeah.
your space, you know.
Without going too deep into the conversation, like I don't feel
Yes.
good about this. I'm no longer in alignment with this. The answer is no.
Yes.
You know, and it could be challenging to those that like to please people because they don't doesn't feel good, but I invite you, like I said, to go within and to really challenge yourself during that time. um you know I like to say the challenging times gives us grace because we get to come back to ourselves and we get to really do the work
Yes.
you
And I
know
also wanted to add on to, those who work with the crystals, that can be a way to stay aligned, those who do the crystal work and stuff like that. That is a very beautiful thing because crystals hold energy and you can definitely send positive energy into those crystals and it reflect back to you. So that is another thing that's positive about the crystal industry and stuff like that. I wanted to add that towards meditation and yoga because it's a part of it. And I see a lot of positive out of that working with crystals.
oh yeah, I've witnessed it in almost the 8 years we've been doing it. I've been a witness to it. That's why I love them so much. It's just, it's like they're like cats.
Yes.
They're silent healers. So
Yes,
they're
yes,
little
yes,
silent
indeed.
healers.
Yes.
Crystals are. So I've experienced that. I've seen a lot of people experience it. Some people don't even know, that the crystals are working for them. But absolutely, if you want to hold a crystal and tell them, like a throat chakra crystal, like something blue, and just say, "Hey, I'm no longer in alignment with that. That works as well."
Yes, indeed.
But if it doesn't feel good, you use your intuition because you know more than I would know because it's your intuition. Use
Yes.
your intuition on situations like that and really feel into it, and really be mindful of the energy that we are sharing out with others, and also the energy that we're, like I said, the energy vampires are ones that are just there to drain our energy because there are people out there, they don't know that they're doing it intentionally. And they just, they want to uh, energy dump is what I call it, is when they just come in, they just tell you about their day and everything that's happening in their lives, and um,
And
the
yeah,
energy
that
transfers.
that right there is mindedness, meaning you
Hmm.
only pay attention to your mind and you only react to your mind. And that's the shift that one must make and go to mindfulness and balance, you see. From mindedness to mindfulness and balance. Because when we're only reacting to what our mind says, that's where all the chaos comes from. So true balance is to be mindful and balance, you see. Those go together. Because like I said, all the chaos comes from these thoughts. It brings separation amongst us. But when we're able to and control our thoughts by not choosing the chaos, we stay aligned. And that's where the positive is at. That's where we need to stay.
Yeah, because we are meant to. We're meant to be happy.
Yes.
We're meant to be free and we're meant to be loved, you
Yes.
know? That's what
Yes.
we're here for. We're here to walk in the duality of this divine dance together.
Yes. Yes.
And
Intuitive
if
beings.
right, and if you can't, if you can't be if you can't be honest, that's aware in the background. If you can't be honest with somebody that then that person may not be for you. But
Right.
like I
Right.
said, flowers don't just grow in the light; they grow in the dark as well. So this
Yeah.
could be a moment, a teachable moment for you and the person that you're trying to get space from. This
Yes,
could be
indeed.
a teachable
Yes.
moment.
Yes, indeed. And that's life. That's a part of life.
Yeah, yeah. We're all just walking each other home.
Yes.
So we'll be on again tomorrow. We're going to be doing at least 15 to 30 minutes over here on this channel um, every day. We're going to
Yes.
commit to that 15 to 30 minutes over here on this channel every day to help you guys uh, come back to yourselves daily.
Yes, and I see people coming in and out. Just and Felita, gather all your questions that you need if you have them. I'm not. There's nothing that you have to do. But yeah, you guys that are listening, gather your questions together and let's all have satsang. Let's do it.
Yep. We love you guys.
We love you guys, and we hope you have an awesome day.
And
Oh,
we will see you guys tomorrow. We love you.
love you.